Dead by Daylight chapter concept, Soma. For those who don't know, Soma is a survival horror game made by Frictional Games, creator of Amnesia. And it's sci-fi horror, which I think we don't have enough of in Dead by Daylight. And I would love to see frictional games have a collab with Dead by Daylight eventually. So, starting off with arguably, in my opinion, one of the most important parts, the environments. I don't know how they'd make it work. You could probably make it work through use of an item like the suits or something, like all the survivors wear the suits during the trial, like Simon does. But I think that the environment should be a mix of indoor and outdoor. So the indoor is too small and claustrophobic for it to work with Dead by Daylight style, right? It's got to be wide open. So that's why I'm pitching a mix of indoor and outdoor so that you can walk around the ocean area, which I think would be a really unique and cool thing to see from Dead by Daylight. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. Yeah, it's just really important they nail down the environment aesthetics of Soma, because that's a big part of the game and big part of Frictional Games media in general. So, next, moving on, I'm going to go with Simon Jarrett, obviously, as the survivor. The, Robo Simon. Robo. He's the Robo Warrior. The Body Warrior. Sorry. And I don't have an idea for what his perks should be, but I have a couple perk name ideas. Number 1 would be Coin Toss. Number 2 would be Consciousness Transfer. And number 3 would be Tracer Fluid. Yeah. Now, for Killer, I think it should be one of 2 killers, because I feel like I want to go with the one that's more like oceany to really get across the whole theme of Soma. But I feel like you should go more technological, because that's kind of another thing of Soma. So I'm going to go with one of 2. Or you know what? I'll just do dual, hypothetical dual killer. And for their power, what I think should happen is, I don't know how you'd incorporate it. I don't know what kind of category they'd fall under. I think maybe trap, maybe. But I'd like to see them the killers have some kind of power tying into the WoW and how it does what it does. So maybe you'll be infected with it or something like that, or maybe it's a status effect that doesn't go away, or maybe it's like a thing you can get rid of, like Pinhead's chain hunts, but it'll slowly take over your body until you become a mix of like machine and man, and you die. So yeah, that's my idea for a Soma chapter concept. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you'd like to see them collab with Frictional Games in the future. If so, what game? Subscribe, like, comment, that whole ordeal. And if you disliked it, and if you liked it, also check out my Dead by Daylight chapter concept playlist on my page. If you disliked it, share it with a friend so you guys can make fun of me.